All right, good morning and welcome back. Today we are going to continue reviewing what we did yesterday. So, as you may recall, yesterday we talked about the 30, 60, 90 triangle. If we draw that here, remember we have a right triangle with an angle of 30 degrees and 60 degrees. This is our template to compare to. Across from the right angle is the hypotenuse, that is the length 2. Across from 30 degrees would be length 1. Across from the 60 degrees is length square root of 3. Now remember, we don't have to have these memorized, but we need to know how to apply it. Okay, so if we look down here, we start off on example number 1. We have an x and a square root of 10. Now x is across from, if you follow my cursor, across from 60. So we look up here, across from 60 would be square root of 3. So that goes on top. Meanwhile, square root of 10 is across from 30. Across from 30 is a 1. We cross multiply, we get x equals, now square root of 10 times square root of 3, they're both square roots. So we can get square root of 30. Now that would be our answer, but we need to quick check, can 30 break down? Be 5 times 6. 6 we know is 2 times 3. No pairs, so our answer x equals the square root of 30. That is our final answer. Okay, example 2 here. Once again, we got an x over 4. X is across from from 60, which on our template, across from 60 is square root of 3. Meanwhile, 4 is the hypotenuse across from 90. On our template, that was 2. Cross multiply, we get 2x equals 4 square root of 3. Divide by 2, divide by 2. The 2 goes into 4. Can't go into square root of 3 though because that's a square root. All right, on the next one, hopefully you notice something is different about this. The difference is now we are back to the 45, 45, 90 triangle. So recall our 45, 45, 90 triangle. And when we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle, one thing I want to point out, so we have 1 square root of 2, that's our template. Sometimes your 45, 45, 90 triangle won't have the 45s in there. It'll just have these marks. Those show that those sides are congruent. Tells us we have an isosceles triangle. Whenever we have a right triangle that's isosceles, it has to be a 45, 45, 90 triangle. That's the only way it's possible. So we look here, we have x over square root of 10. X is the leg, so that goes with 1. Square root of 10 is the hypotenuse, so it goes with square root of 2. Cross multiply, we get square root of 2x equals square root of 10. Divide by square root of 2. Divide by square root of 2. X equals, because these are both square roots, we can actually divide. So we'll get square root of 5. Think about, can 5 break down? 5 breaks down to 5 and 1, so no, nothing will happen. No pairs. All right, now number 4 here, right from the start, hopefully you notice 42 degrees. That should be a red flag. Aren't using a special right triangle. We are using SOHCAHTOA. So SOHCAHTOA, we need to think back. What sides do we have here? So the hypotenuse is 4.6. X is our A because it is, sorry, I misspoke. X is our O because it is opposite of 42. It's on the other side, not next to. So O and H, we're going to use sine. So it's been a minute since we've done this, but sine of 42, all that divided by 1 equals, and then it's O over H, so X over 4.6. At this point, we just cross multiply. So we will get 4.6. Oh, before we do this, let's make sure we're in degree mode. All right, and now 4.6 times the sine of 42. And if we're going to one decimal place or the 10th, we go 3.1 with our answer. All right, example 5. Once again, we can't use the special right triangle because we don't know what the angle is. Is it possible it's a 30, 60, 90 or 45, 45, 90 triangle? Yeah, it's possible, but we don't know. So instead, let's label. This is our A, this is our H. A and H is ka. So cosine of x, we don't know what it is. All that divided by 1 equals a over h. I guess I shouldn't put a over h. Instead, I should do 50. Oops, I need my pen. 50 over 59. Okay. Now remember, to get this answer, we do the inverse cosine. And to get that on your calculator, remember we have to hit second cosine. So we do second cosine, 50 divided by 59. We get 32 degrees as our answer for what x is. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. Finish up the Delta Math. Remember, our test is coming up on Friday, so be prepared. If you have questions, please reach out. Have a great day.